Hello, Isaac and Friends Nation. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing good. I was gonna upload a reaction video to something that Asmongold had put up. Um, Mainly the reason why I'm doing this mainly I really don't want to get into the politics thing, but the thing that pissed me off is apparently learning that if you, I'll get to this in a minute. Private detective Koshihiro Kirasunimo wakes up in the front. Where am I? Okay. Okay, so he wants to go. So that's talking about the detective. Okay, so we're playing the detective again. Ruku's not here. It looks like my hunch was wrong. But, no, it's literally finding out, apparently, if the video is to be believed by Asmongold that the U.S. Agency of International Development was using American tax dollars to basically fund Gamergate. For those of you guys who don't know what Gamergate is, a while back there was this major brouhaha because gamers were tired of the very obvious corruption between developers and journalists. Because it was coming out that basically developers were paying journalists to give praise to video games that were actually really bad, or they would write praising articles for mainstream video games but then like write trash articles about indie games and stuff like that. And the reason why I'm PO'd about this is because the whole Gamergate mess was part of the reason why it's so hard to make a channel doing gaming on YouTube. Scribbled last words. I don't want to die in a place like this. I've heard the stories. The day of tranquility is here. They say back then some people came down to this place and they were spared, but not this time. Who did this? The right of descent, she's here. That woman is here. I saw her. Blossom face. Her warped, smashed, twisted, destroyed face. Blossoming face. Warping, breaking, blossoming, twisting, blossoming, defiling, ending, blossoming, blossoming. Exit the room. Shape recorder. Mirror stone. But, because that was literally used as Gamergate was basically used especially to kind of denounce and attack gamers in general. And in part, it was also why YouTube became very heavily anti-gamer for a while. And still is to an effect. Now to find out that basically that whole thing was practically funded in part by American tax dollars, especially American tax dollars that were supposed to go toward things like helping develop countries with, so they could have things like, you know, roads and clean water and stuff like that. Instead, it was used to straight up, for lack of a better term, attack. Nurse in front of mortuary. Because, like, people forget that was kind of the whole point of the Gamergate thing, was literally you had journalists and you had so-called experts that were trying to claim that or were trying to make claims about video games that weren't true. You know, stuff like, oh, well, games are sexist or this or that. Which is funny because a lot of those same people actually would end up being found out to be massive scam artists and people who didn't play video games. Red stones. Piece of paper in the bag. Serious errors have been found in records concerning sudden deaths of patients. As such, the specified reports are to be destroyed immediately using the incineration of the back guardian of Habara Infirmary. Ooh, so we got a key. Okay. This, abandoned body. Tono Subaki, female, occupation nurse, Rogetsu Hall, circumstances of death, collapsed while performing the role of the vessel during the Rogetsu Kagura. Witnesses reported that she was already dead when they used to rush to help her. Cause of death, postmortem failed to reveal any disease or injury. Suspect heart failure, but this diagnosis is inconsistent with the condition of the body. Additional notes, face could not be identified, case unknown. Fortunately, deceased did not blossom. Did right of descent affect Kagura? Death possibly caused by mask. Report to Master Yomatsuki. Found tape. So they just left her there? Sacred water. Tomoko, female, cause of death, drowning. Found floating in Ugetsu Hall pool by a nurse. She was already dead from cardiopulmonary arrest at the time of discovery. Deceased reported to have entered state of agitation at the same time. Tsubaki Tono collapsed on the side of the Kagura and developed moonlight syndrome thereafter. Note left at scene indicates suicide. Typical case of someone losing themselves at the Kagura and not coming back. Signs of budding. Harvest face. No nurse patrolling the rooms. Nurse heading somewhere. Time to get out, time to get out. Why does it keep turning me around like this? No, I don't want to go this way. Alright, clear water. There we go. What the? It won't let us through that door. Alright, well, let us go that way. We've accidentally excavated our way out from the B2F4 lift shaft into the primeval passage, so work has been stopped for the time being. In the past, we came up against this passage while building the room under the director's office. What the hell is he thinking, taking the same kind of risk twice? The ancients of the islands forbade the excavation of buildings underground. If the old primeval passage is disturbed, then the moonlight won't reach. The page is torn at this point. Must have already gotten that doll at some point. Again with you, lady? Hmm. So the thing is like, if I tried to go... Lift doesn't seem to be working. Well, that's not helpful. Come on. If I remember, this is the way we need to go to get... to the power station. Yeah. Now the shutter has power. Alright. So now we should be able to get back to the second floor or the first floor. If the game will stop fighting me control-wise. Dr. Hibara. Special treatment. Make the arrangements as scheduled for the 5 patients who are to receive special treatment. Note that some are outpatients. Use the room underneath the director's office, but ensure that no one knows about the procedure for gains entry. Of the inpatients, Misaki Aso in 310, Ruka Yomotsuki in 308 have the most potential. Madoka Tsukumori in 203 may also be of use. However, some doubts remain about the outpatients Maria Shinomiya and Tomo Nanamura. Written attached to the memo. You can't choose the organs for the rite of descent in the same way as they do for the Rogetsu Kagura. This isn't a harvest dance in the damn village square. They used to be very careful in choosing the organs for the rite of descent. Only the vessel, obedient and impressionable, would do. Girls who can easily be made one with the masks and the music. The rite of descent is very serious business. Its performance and outcome affect the fate of our entire community. You can't afford to make any mistakes. The candidates must be perfect, even if they give you some pause. Kagura Kidnapper's purpose. Yo, reading. Found Director Hibara's notes. The day of the Kagura is close at hand. It's sure to be packed with spectators. There are even some famous people coming from the mainland. Opening the Kagura to the public has not only improved the image of the island, but also brought us wealth in many ways. However, there are also preparations to be made for the other ceremony. The organs have been chosen, and the true mask of the Lunar Eclipse has been completed. The rite of descent will return. The mask of the Lunar Eclipse is feared as the mask that caused the vessel to blossom, bringing the day of tranquility that destroyed the island. But by performing the rite of descension, the true mask, the vessel, my poor suffering daughter, will be cured. The mask of the Lunar Eclipse is our last chance to cure Moonlight Syndrome. The mask of the vessel causes the wearer to lose themselves, but the mask of the Lunar Eclipse is said to erase all memory, bringing the wearer to the place of origin, purify them, then bring them back to themselves, back to the living. If the rite of descent succeeds, my seemingly never-ending battle with the Moonlight Syndrome will finally come to an end. There have been casualties. My dear wife blamed herself for our daughter's illness, and in her distress ended her own life. Perhaps she was better off not having to see our daughter end up like this. Everything I've done, my work, my sacrifices, the culmination of all my research, it's all for her. Letter from Yomotsuki. At last, the mask of the Lunar Eclipse that I have poured my heart and soul into is complete. It is no overstatement to say that I have spent myself completely in the endeavor, but it was worth it. I want to thank you sincerely for all your support. Pardon me. The way to make the mask became only clear to me when you reconstructed the ancient documents on the lost rite of descent. You also solved the mystery of the materials to use and gathered them for me. The rite of descent will surely produce the results you desire, and the true mask of the Lunar Eclipse will take shape. The true mask of the Lunar Eclipse is not the foul outer fact that brought about the terrible day of tranquility spoken of in our legend. No, the disaster was caused because the mask was made by my ancestor, Soitsu, who was less than perfect. Thanks to you, this mask will open the door to the hallowed realm Soitsu wrote of. As I must perform my role as keeper of the masks during the Kagura, I cannot witness the rite of descent with my own eyes. But I will be praying for your success. Soya Yomotsuki. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to continue our way to the back. So we can see what's in the incinerator. If we don't have ghosts distracting us every 5 minutes. Leave the boys' files. I have no need for them. There's a note on the desk. Ibara's assistant notes. The day of the lunar eclipse is at hand, the day of the original version of the Rogetsu Kagura, left only to legends. The masks and music of the organs bring the best spirits of the dead into the vessel, and she performs her dance to send them back to the underworld. This is the rite of descent. In accordance with the director's wishes, I've prepared the temple of Tsukiyomi for the rite, but the organs, vocal, bell, flute, and drum and strings. Will we find suitable candidates for all 5 of them? Is that woman really fit to perform the role of the dancer of the vessel? And can we really perform the rite of descent right in the middle of the Rogetsu Kagura? I can't shake off my doubts, but I have started to become fascinated by this rite of descent. It began when I saw it, the mask of the lunar eclipse. Its expression manages to encapsulate a benevolent smile, the suppression of tears, a moment of unbridled anger, death itself, all at the same time. The more I look at the mask, the more I feel myself falling into its gaze. I must see the rite performed with it. No, I want more than that. I want to try putting the mask on my own face to see how it feels. It's too late for me to turn back. You again. Really? Oh, it's gonna make me fight this ghost. Because of course you will. Well, that took care of that. Nurse heading somewhere too. Ah, so she's going the same direction we are. Fun! Yeah, sorry, but going back to what I was talking about earlier in the video, like, yeah, the whole Gamergate situation was literally used as a major reason for YouTube to basically start hounding down on gamers and gaming channels and gaming content in general. So that's why you see a lot of your old school gamer channels are now not playing as many video games as they used to be, because basically YouTube has a habit, not only due to the sheer amount of competition, but also YouTube now has a habit of basically demoting or not promoting gaming content, which you see a lot just in this channel's own stuff as well. Like, reaction videos tend to do a lot better, even though that's technically still kind of re-uploaded content, which YouTube says they're against. But then it seems like that does better than anything else. Dear Choshiro, long time no see. I hear you're coming to Rogetsu Isle for work. I'm on the island now conducting some research. We'll be able to meet up. This place is pretty interesting. Its culture is almost completely unique. My specific research topic is masks. The masks related to beliefs of the Rogetsu Isle are well known even on the mainland, but there are still many mysteries to be explained. Fortunately for me, this is the year of the Rogetsu Kagura. Held once a decade, many different masks are made for the ceremony. I couldn't have timed it better. If all goes well, I might even have a chance to actually see the masks being made. I'm planning to stay for a while to take advantage of all these great research opportunities. Do you remember my younger sister, Iori? She insisted on tagging along with me. She says she's really excited about seeing the Rogetsu Kagura. What a tourist. When I told her I knew a real detective, Iori said she wanted to meet you. So when you get here, we should all go for a drink. We haven't done that since we got our jobs. Takashi Aiba, teaching assistant, history department, Kusanagi University. Burn letters. Purpose of most Kagura masks is to make the wearers one with the gods, as they take the appearance of them and perform the ritual dance. But the masks on Rogetsu Isle don't represent gods. In fact, there aren't any gods in the belief system here. Also, the Rogetsu Kagura got its current name relatively recently. It used to be called the Rite of Descent. Descent representing the journeys of the souls of the dead. And given the custom of putting masks on the faces of corpses, the masks on the island must represent the dead. The tradition of putting on death masks and performing dances occurs elsewhere, but these masks represent death itself, the forms of the minds that face death. The shape of the soul at the moment one moves from the existence to nothingness. Masks here represent the shapes of things that have been left behind, no lasting forms. The Rite of Descent used such masks. What function did it have in island society? Is the mask worn by the vessel? It was crafted long before other Kagura masks, and its roots are different from any of them. The most prominent of them all is the mask of the Lunar Eclipse, crafted by the younger descendant Sosetsu Yomotsuki. However, legend has it the disaster befell the island when the mask of the lunar eclipse caused the vessel to blossom. and so its existence has remained taboo for many years. The mask-making arts from the era of Sosetsu were lost for a time, most likely as a result of the disaster. Nothing is known about it except that it was black in color. The present-day mask maker Soyu wants to revive the advanced arts of Sosetsu. Perhaps the mask of the Lunar Eclipse is ultimately said we both have mild cases of moonlight syndrome. They say it happens to a lot of people after watching the Kagura, and will have to be hospitalized here for a while. Now that I write the word hospitalized, it makes it sound so serious, but don't worry. It's not that big a deal. In fact, I won't even stop me from continuing my mass research. If you get another chance to visit the island, make sure you visit us. We could certainly use some companionship here. The other patients aren't exactly a black mask. When the dead return to the world of the living become as the dead. The masks made to become as the dead makes the wearer become death itself. I can't imagine what this mask is used for. It has a gentle smile like a Buddhist statue, but there's a primal emptiness. But it's about its face that is evocative of death, a particular kind of death. Looking at it, I feel myself drawn into the depths of oblivion. I feel terror and relief. It's beautiful. The mask of the lunar eclipse. Though I smashed my eyes in, I still see it, still looking at me. I can see it again. It's so beautiful. Search the back garden. Nurse heading somewhere. Yeah, this mask sounds like it's kind of a cursed object. Like it has ritual power. Ooh, Torii gates. Which are supposed to be the gateways to the realms of the gods. In this case, the other realm. Graveyard. Help me. Found a diary. It was my uncle's recommendation that brought me to Rugetsu Isle. At first I was quite apprehensive, but both of the islanders and the infirmary staff have shown me such kindness, helping to settle in my new job and my new life here. I appreciate now that good advice my uncle gave me. I feel so lucky to be here. It turns out that this year is the year of the Rugetsu Kagura, an important island festival that's only held once a decade. At the center of the Kagura is a woman called the Vessel who performs a dance as an offering to the gods. I was very surprised when the islanders asked me, an outsider, to take the role of the Vessel. They explained that the role of the Vessel should be a woman around my age, beautiful and impressionable. When they put it like that, how could I possibly refuse? It's such an honor to be allowed to take part in an ancient island tradition. This will be an excellent opportunity for me to express my gratitude to the Rugetsu Isle for all the happiness it has brought me. I'm truly thrilled. Before the festival, I have to take part in a purification ceremony where I bond with the vessel mask worn during the Kagura. Hearing about this made me a little bit more nervous than I was when I accepted the role. I hope it goes to plan. Oh, hello. So we have a real footage reel. Charge the stone flashlight. We can get out of here. Time to run. All right. Man in the sink. Yeah, red oil, I can kind of get the idea that it might be blood there. Some things are best left on unremembered, huh? Yo, heading to a new building. Well, hello there. So if I remember correctly, we're gonna want to go this way so we can go play the tape. Some things are best left forgotten. The only guy there not wearing a mask. Oh!
何があった？あの時ミコが死んだ。何が起こってたんだ？
Well, hi, Shoes. Half-burned oil. Come on. Don't fight me now with the controls. Oh, come on, don't do that. Herbal medicine. Alright, so if I remember correctly, we're gonna have to go back to the lift. New video.
何を伝えようとしていたの？
The lift jolts into motion. What can you see that I can't? Locked. Also locked. This one is open. Ooh, Ruka Misaki's room is open.
ルカをお願いします。
Please take good care of Ruka. Blue spirit stones. Max power, yeah. Let's do more damage. Because we can't increase our damage via, you know, having more powerful film. Logbook. Yuko Magaki in room 309 has shown drastic changes recently, and his behavior is increasingly problematic. He causes disturbance, shouting out suddenly at the top of his voice and grinning like a man possessed. Last night, after lights out, he started causing a racket. I ran to his room to check on him, and he grabbed me and started screaming annihilation over and over again. There have been some disturbing changes in his paintings. He keeps painting pictures of a sinister-looking woman. There is no longer any doubt that the woman he paints is the patient in the isolation room. Why does he keep painting pictures of her? I believe they are often an omen telling of one with no face. Alright. Let's try and go back to room 309 then. No, it won't let us go. Hmm. I'm in isolation. Wait, did I just see... No, okay, I don't think so. Just when I saw legs down there. I'm gonna try and see if I can go back to, I guess, the four-posted bedroom? Not that one. Hmm. Yeah, in front of hidden door. Doesn't budge when you push. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to figure out like where the game wants me to go here. Gives me a piece of the torn apart oil painting. Well, we found that, but we can't get into it yet. Meow. We have the moon path. Meow. Hello. Up you go onto the shoulders. Meow. Yes, meow. You cute, adorable bugger. Like, I don't know. I don't understand what exactly what it's supposed to be looking for here. Kitty goes meow. I'm like, is it gonna let us go to the Osso exhibit? Meow. heard something break. Now, what broke is the question. Okay, that just leads to the garden. Ah, get it. Been get it. Help. Right, I don't want the Yamakita residence. I'm trying to find. I was in control room. what in the world it wants. So the last. Curse has been lifted, okay. A female Lunar Eclipse match. Hmm. Looks like a tower. Oh, we have something on the chair now. Photo, it's this Sayaka's? Everything is getting out of control. Soya has been completely consumed by his obsession with Yomotsuki ancestor, and now the Hybaras have started behaving in the same ways that I simply cannot understand. I have to get Ruka better. I have to take her away, somewhere far away where they've never been heard of this island, and they won't have to hear the name Rugetsu. Choosing between my husband and my daughter isn't easy, but Ruka is the only thing that matters to me, and I'll do it no matter what, however long it takes. I'm sorry, my darling Soya. Somewhere deep inside you is the man I once cared for, who I still care for, but you've buried him deep inside this madness, and I don't think there's any way for me to save you. I'm leaving Rugetsu Island. Right. Back up, Doc. On a small key. And going to the gallery. Everyone will blossom. Oh, finally we can get in here. All right. Uh-oh. Of course, the painter is going to be Stop being creepy, bro. Painting has been drawn on the floor. The scene. Well, that's the end of this. Hopefully this video isn't super duper long. Probably is, considering I spent a long time trying to figure out where we were going. And thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below.
Whispering winds from the shadowed night, ghostly echoes in the pale moonlight, haunted whispers in the air so thin, Isaac and friends where the darkness begins. Creeping silence in the haunted hall, phantom footsteps against the wall, lunar secrets buried deep within. Unveil the terror, let the fear